Hey, what's good? I'm Kinell and this is Sinister Cinema, where we get deep into the guts of classics and new releases from horror and exploitation cinema. Be sure to hit us up on the socials. That is Sinister_Cinema on your Twitter and Sinister.Cinema on your Insta. Check them out if you haven't already. Sub to the channel, you know, all them things that YouTube people ask you to do. Them ones. Anyway, we get into the guts of old classics and new releases, and today it's new release time again. This is a fresh one, just dropped yesterday on Shudder. It's a Shudder exclusive, directed by Rob Savage. Not Robbie Savage, Rob Savage. Yeah, completely different geezer. I would be impressed if it was someone that came from Wrexham as well, but it isn't. So yeah, host on Shudder. Let's have a look.
Hey. Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Rena.
Caroline. Hi Teddy.
Let's do a shot after us.
Hey everyone, get in. 3, 2, 1. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've never done this over Zoom. Obviously we're not physically together, but there's no reason why Spirit can't communicate over the internet.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Visualize us sitting in a circle. Spirit, we invite you to use us to pass on any communication. Is there anyone there? Please come forward.
What was that? Amy, was that you?
I heard it.
I heard something. I think there's something here. Do you see that? Oh,
Emma, that's funny.
There's something. Yeah, we've connected with something. We gotta keep going. We gotta talk to it.
This is not good. I told you not to disrespect the spirits. It could be something demonic.
Hey, this is all your fault! Not my fault! This is your fault!
Get in!
Emma, turn the filters off. Come on.
Host. Yes, directed by Rob Savage. This one shot entirely under lockdown circumstances, and we like that kind of vibe over here. We kicked off with various full moon corona exploitation things on this channel, and there's been a few other things like that. There was a film I seem to remember, I'm not sure if it was a short, one of the ones at the So Home Horror Film Festival Pride edition, but yeah, this one concerns, it's all set on Zoom, and it concerns a Zoom seance. I reckon people do shite like that. Fucking a Zoom seance wasn't a thing until fucking fraudulent psychics couldn't sell their wares to people direct, so they got to keep the hustle going. Suddenly Zoom seances magically become possible. There's probably something like that out there. I would not fucking argue, but yeah. That is a group of friends, hire some psychic, paranormal type person, have a Zoom call meeting and trying to get in touch with the other side. Normally this kind of thing would be bullshit, you'd think, but no, some shit goes on. Some shit does indeed go on, because it'd be a pretty shit film if it didn't. But yes, it's set entirely on the Zoom call. There's a tendency with this sort of thing to kind of like get a bit too into, ooh, isn't that clever? Whilst ignoring the fact that the film itself is basically shite. You know, it's the old unfriended thing, like. But I gotta say, this film is pretty fucking tidy. Does a nice job of fucking building tension. We're introduced to the characters. I'm gonna try and keep it fairly spoiler free, because fucking lean 56 minutes running time, this one. Pretty lean. Fucking, so we're introduced to the characters. We get a bit of understand their relationships, how they know each other, all this kind of thing. And it does a nice job of setting up their personalities. And you know, but because it's quite a short running time, it does move along at quite a clip, which I fucking rate. Yeah, so they did a good job of fucking incorporating a lot of the things that we're familiar with from doing fucking Zoom quizzes and all the shit we've been doing in lockdown. We've all fucking been at them, you know the ones. Fucking like, you know, the one friend who's got to have the fucking RC background that they've animated and spent ages doing because, well, they don't have a fucking YouTube channel to fill up their fucking boredom, and they don't make horror films, you know, things like that. There's some Snapchat filters involved in quite a clever way, and yes, I rate this kind of like the obvious comparisons are your found footage paranormal activity type things and your Unfriended. I think it's been put together particularly well. Quite a fan of the direction. They sort of like cut between a different few cameras at a time rather than just having the one shot of the 5 people in, which is good because otherwise like fucking at least 50% of the screen at all times would just be someone going. And I couldn't be arsed with that for fucking a full hour. But yes, fucking visual effects and all. Fucking incredibly impressive work. I can't go into too much of what they are, because fucking spoilers, all them ones. But you know, with 56 minutes, this is a great deal of time out of your life, so well worth checking. But yes, I was fucking impressed, because as I said, seen a lot of this kind of shit before. And I'm anticipating a lot more of this shit coming out. Fucking, I bet there was these 2 lads in America that had made like a fucking short horror film on Zoom for like fuck all money, and the reason they did it was just so they could hire out a cinema, book all the tickets so they wouldn't have to worry about social distancing, and because they played it for 2 showings in one cinema, they now have the #1 box office hit in fucking America, because it was the only fucking film that's on. Genius fucking moves. But yeah, so fucking that one was something that they rushed together. This one, there's been a lot of thought into it, and I fucking I think it was missing a cat randomly turning up and being a prick in the middle of the Zoom call, because that's fucking something I've dealt with on every Zoom call, or maybe that's just my cat, but I think it happens to other people as well. And yeah, fucking the characters quite well defined, they're interesting. I believe it was all shot in their own homes. Your one bloke who's in it, fucking you've got a very nice gaff, man, fucking swimming pool and everything, tidy. And yeah, fucking, you know, bit of character building. Like briefly before, we see there's one character who's having a bit of an argument with her boyfriend in the background and all this. There's a few things that did kind of take me out of it a little bit. Like there was a bit of walking around carrying the laptop with the camera facing forward, which isn't really a thing that I've ever seen anyone do. Yeah, what else was there? Yeah, a couple of bits like that, but the film moves on at enough of a clip that it doesn't become a significant issue. That's the thing, like fucking, if your film bangs along quick enough, people aren't going to question these weird little logical fallacies that ultimately, if your film's about fucking Zoom ghosts, I don't think fucking, you know, logic is the biggest priority. But it's nice that they kept it grounded in reality enough. You know, and fucking keeping these little touches that we're familiar with. Someone fanning about with the Snapchat filters, which also come into play in quite an interesting way of, you know, fucking, you know, it's used for Polaroid camera, you know, chucking a bit of the old flour on the floor, all them things that you do when you're looking for those ghostly footprints, all that kind of shit. And yeah, fucking, I think they've done a good job here, and I think they're made, a legitimately good film. Yes, not just a, well, it's alright, but it's also really clever because they were in isolation and blah, 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 blah. No, it's a fucking genuinely good film. Really impressed with the visual effects. Lots going on. You know, I relate to these people like wanting to get something made. That's why I started the YouTube channel. Fucking haven't done a fucking rap battle since February, and fucking I haven't gone longer than a month without doing a rap battle, an event, since fucking like good 5 years or something now at this point. So that's why I started this, man. I had to have some form of creativity, so I put together a fucking green screen room in my spare room and a fucking YouTube channel using my phone just out of sheer boredom and about 30 quid's worth of shite from AliExpress. Hey, that's one thing. I am back battling again soon. Events are still getting booked. I will be battling Unanimous, the monstrosity himself, on Beast Anglia in Colchester in October. So I'm going to start putting some ideas together for that, and I'm getting a bit fucking distracted here. But yeah, the film host, Rob Savage, made a good one there. Fucking disappointed you're not the real Robbie Savage, but still, tidy that. I am impressed with this film and I give it 4 stars out of 5. Check this film out. It's a Shudder exclusive. If you've got Shudder, you can check it's an hour out your day, hit it up. Fucking if you haven't got Shudder, I'm pretty sure there's you can at least get like fucking 7 days free trial or something like. So fucking check it out on that, see what else takes your fancy. Check it out that way if you so choose. Yes, so if you've seen this film, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. Give us a like, because that helps push me up the algorithm and all that sort of fucking, I don't fucking understand it. Who cares? No one watches me anyway. Yeah, fucking give it a like, all of that kind of thing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Stick the little bell on if you want the alerts. Fucking YouTube there. Fucking yes, follow us up on the socials. That is Sinister_Cinema on your Twitter and Sinister.Cinema on your Insta. I'm Kinell. This has been Sinister Cinema. Safe.